Today we're going to make some pretty spring flowers. We're going to do this by folding and cutting paper. So I have gathered a variety of colors, and you may either create on a blank piece of paper or a colored piece of paper. I'm going to use the blue color today since I have it. And I'm going to start this project with a flower pot. And the way to make a flower pot is to find a piece of paper, fold it in half. Remember, I always tell you to hold the fold in a project like this so that you don't cut the fold. And so that is how we are going to make our flower pot. You can see it there. What I like to do is get something to write with, and I'm going to pinch an inch with my fingers and put a dot. And then I'm going to draw a line about the same, another little inch. Then down at the bottom, I'm going to place a little dot right in the middle and connect that. So hold your fold, get your scissors, and cut up and cut this line. Now when I open it up, I'm going to lay it on the paper. If it feels too big, you can always trim. So fold it, trim it if you need to. Then I like to either use my glue stick or if you have some drippy glue, either way. And I also have a little rhyme for this. I like to use a U of glue because I don't want to glue the top. So I am simply going to draw a little U. And the reason I don't like to glue the top, I want to be able to arrange my flowers. And so I'm leaving that area underneath here without any glue. And if you do use the drippy glue and it drips, you can just wipe it off. Now, I have some strips of green for my flowers. I can place that in that little pocket, and that way I can arrange my flowers and glue them later. For this project, I think I'm going to make 3 flowers. So I have a variety of colorful squares that I'm going to use. Actually, I'm going to use these spring colors that I have. And the first one I'm going to show you is a fold and cut flower. So take one of your papers, fold it in half. I'm going to hold that fold and I'm going to fold it so I get a square, and this time I am holding the corner. See these edges? Now I don't want to cut this if I want it to stay together. I could draw something. I could draw a flower petal if I wanted to. I could come around like that and then cut. And now I have one flower ready to be glued. Almost looks like a butterfly. And then I will want to put something in the middle. I love to use tracers. You can find these things around your home to create circles if you need to. So I'll take a little square. I can trace around this if I want to, or cut off the corners to make something round, but this will help me to create something for the center of my flower. Excuse me. Now I am going to show you how to make a folded flower. This paper has white on this side and purple, so I'm going to fold it so I just see the purple. And I have taken a square, folded it there, and now I have a triangle. This part I like to set on my table, and I'm going to take this corner and point it up just like this one is pointing up and fold it. And I'm going to take this and fold it up like that. Now I have a little folded flower, kind of looks a little bit like a tulip, and then that can be glued down. Finally, I'm going to make one more flower, and I'm just going to kind of invent this as I go. I could take a tracer and trace, or sometimes I use a cup to trace around. That's one way to do it. And I could just cut a flower that's in a circle shape, or if I had fancy scissors on hand, I could cut a fancy line. And if I don't, I can just use my scissors to kind of go and wiggle around the edges. So I can kind of make up one as I go. And you could do the same. So there is a flower that I've kind of made up, and I can now arrange my flowers how I want them. Again, I could use a cutout to glue in the middle. I can also take some green paper and make some more leaves. The leaves could be long and thin if I wanted to do this and have some leaves coming out. I could also take a piece, fold it, hold the fold, and cut a curvy smile like that to make some leaves. From here, I would glue everything down, and then I could take my markers and decorate the flower pot. I could put some bees or some butterflies, or I could put some grass on the bottom. So there we go. There is our flowers for spring in a beautiful flower pot. Until next time.